Hello, welcome to Violet Shadow Tarot. Today I'm just going to be doing a general reading to see what needs to come through. So this will be like messages from your higher self that need to come to you. So this is just going to be a message. It won't resonate with everybody, but I am interested in seeing what your higher self wants you to know. What our higher self wants us to know. Spiritual growth, the 9th house. Okay. Messages that want to come through from our higher self. Ooh, unicorn. From our higher self. What do we need to see? Eagle. See from a higher perspective. That is confirmation. All right. Messages from our higher self. Into the unknown. Very, very, very interesting already. And then what else? My puppy is making noises in the background, so I apologize if it's being picked up and annoying to hear. And then the wolf and the rose hip, guardianship. This is so interesting. So interesting. So this is definitely like a journey that we're seeing, and obviously this is spiritual growth, but this is like deep and inner like growth here. And I'm interested to kind of see like why the wolf and the guardianship is here exactly. So let's just go ahead and get started pulling the energies from tarot. What does our higher self want us to see right now? The Hierophant. This is spiritual for some for sure. The Queen of Pentacles and then the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. So the Queen, this being the Hierophant with two different Pentacle cards here, court cards, with the Queen of Pentacles sitting on her throne here, and then we have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse here. This is kind of giving me vibes of... This is a quiet sort of slow-moving energy. This is a quiet sort of journey that you're going on, which makes sense since it's like a spiritual, there's a spiritual undertone to this. With the Knight of Pentacles being in reverse, again, it could be talking about slow-moving or some sort of secretive sort of a thing. This is, again, why I was saying it was like a quiet. But the Queen is sitting there in her throne, holding on to her pentacle. She has, I don't think that this is going to pick up very well. It may pick up with my camera. But beside her, she has like a goat, which is a very interesting thing that was put on to the card. And I think, and she has a goat above her as well. So I think, again, like that's an interesting sort of energy. I don't know how the wolf and the guardianship is going to go for this. Let me keep going. So we have the Eight of Swords in reverse. We have the Eight of Pentacles upright. Okay. And then we have the King of Pentacles. It's so interesting that we have all of these pentacles showing. So this is like tangible stability that we're looking at. Working towards, I think, doubt in your own mind is kind of where this is going. And kind of being more, like working towards being more stable within yourself. There's some sort of doubt that has been put into your head or that you're feeling. But it's almost like you're aware of this and you're trying to get away from that to where you're kind of more, not only that you feel more stable, but you're able to kind of hold your own ground a little bit better and just be more like spiritually and I'm getting open, but like being okay with being whatever that is to you. And I know that that's kind of, it's going to be different for everybody. The way, so goats in this card, they're very, very dark. So I apologize if it's not picked up. But there's a cow in this card. And goats are often put in with livestock to kind of, they can protect certain livestock. And I think that you have something that's around you that is sitting there, that is protecting you in some way. Maybe you're not aware of this though, or maybe you're kind of exploring like what's bigger than yourself and what's around you. Here we have the King of Wands, the Emperor. These are huge energies, and the Hermit. Huge energies here. So the King of Wands, we can look at this. He is holding, again, I apologize that these cards are absolutely gorgeous, but they are hard to see when I look back on my videos. So the King of Wands has a lion here, and around them is fire, because wands are fire. And he's standing very bravely and very intently, and unafraid, obviously, because he's standing in fire and has a lion by his side. So this is a much stronger, braver energy going towards something that I think is like going to give you this power, this just feeling more stable within yourself. We also have the Emperor and then the Hermit. So again, feeling more stable within yourself. I think that you've had kind of a difficult journey. Spiritually, I don't know if you have everything possibly even figured out for what everything means for you. I know for sure some of you, that will resonate for some of you. But let's keep going and see. So Death in reverse. What else does our higher self need to see? All right, the Nine of Swords and then the Ace of Pentacles. Again, we have, this is a lot about stability, but I think that this is spiritually or deep within yourself, that there's just hesitation and there's just like a very like scared of what you don't know, or just trying to figure out what you do know, but like coming out of that because it causes you strife and you want to be able to be in a position where you're more comfortable with your own beliefs and just with what means something to you. This is about something that means something to you. So let me go ahead. I'm going to pull some advice because I am interested in seeing the advice. I do believe that one of the things that your higher self is kind of getting into is trusting guidance and trusting that something bigger than you is a protector of you, or something that you may not know is there, or is there for protection, is actually there for protection for you. The World, the Ace of Wands. Okay. The Ace of Swords. Oops. And then we have the Knight of Pentacles again. Okay, so this has been, again, this has been kind of like a long journey for you. And I think that you may honestly have had some sort of experience that was negative in the aspects that we're kind of like going over in this reading, and has caused kind of like you're interested in knowing more about something or going into a certain direction, but it's been rocky because you may not be standing in your own power strong enough, and you just, again, seeds of doubt somewhere have been planted in here. But I think that what your higher self wants you to know is that you have the ability to have a higher perspective. Like you absolutely, you have support, and you have some sort of, again, we have the guardianship here. You have something that's in place that is helping you, that you're not going to be able to see. And just believing, figuring out what you believe to be able to stand in your power a little bit easier. Um, with the world here, I mean, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful energy, and it's a slow sort of thing. And I think that one thing about pentacles and stability, it's a long kind of process, and you're always learning. I love the Eight of Pentacles, the card that talks about working to master something. We're always working, and ideally we should always be working towards mastering something. We should always be working towards knowing. And the more that you do that, it takes quite a while. I mean, it could be your entire life. You're always willing to have this openness to learn and to retain information, and kind of think about it for yourself and see where your beliefs are, and like what you feel about certain stuff. And I think that that's kind of important here. The World card is a very, very good card. And I think that you're on the path, and maybe an important thing is just to continue to try to seek information, and see what resonates with you the most, and see where your beliefs really are. Again, in the beginning of the reading, I did get an energy that was an unsure energy that that some of you may not even know, and you're kind of exploring, and that's a very good thing. It's a very healthy thing. And if you have doubts, your higher self wants you to know, again, that you are being protected, and you have, again, something that you're not going to be able to see, or you don't know is actually there for your protection. It's there. So this is a beautiful reading. If this did resonate with you, do let me know. I know this was kind of cryptic, but we're getting into things that are they're different for everybody, and they mean something, and they will resonate in a different way. It doesn't have to be specifics, but the general energy would resonate. If it does, just let me know. I am actually interested in knowing kind of if anybody is comfortable kind of explaining in the comments, like if it resonated, why. This isn't the sort of energy that is, I would just love to know like your perspective and why you think it resonated for you. If not, that's completely okay. You don't have to do that. I know that some people aren't comfortable doing that, and that's totally fine. Again, thank you so much for being here. I am glad that your message has been received by you, and that I'm doing my job that I'm supposed to be doing here, and I hope to see you again soon.